I've had
This
a
thing is so cool!
good play time for Sparking Zero, and it's time to
Check it
express
out! It's a
how
new
I feel
kind of
about the game.
tablet.
And boy, do I have to say, I am very, very disappointed. I can't even lie. I paid 120 some whatever the fuck.
Whis,
I
I'm
got the ultimate
starving
edition,
over here.
and I've been saying this since before the game came out. It doesn't feel like it's
This
complete at
thing
all.
is so cool!
I've been saying that already from the fact that we're missing characters from previous titles, there was going to be an issue. I just knew it. So I guess I should start off because this is going to be probably a
What kind of training should I do
video.
next?
Or I can't really even do that because I'm recording this from my PlayStation because I'm a good boy.
I wanna see!
But let's start off the episode shenanigans. So we get, what is this, 7? I think it's 7. Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo, Future Trunks, Frieza, Goku Black 8, okay, Jiren. Once you finish all of this, that's gone from the game's life cycle. I don't think you're ever gonna play this again unless you're, like, I guess trying to check different perspectives, maybe? Like, cause you can change your perspective to see from their viewpoint. I haven't done that. I like swapped in and out sometimes just to keep trying to, check how it would look, but it just doesn't look good to me, so I don't even want to do it, right? But playing through and getting all of the alternate storylines, it's really simple. You play, you try to beat it in a fast time, or just defeat the enemy, or play the regular, play it out how the regular story intended. But that's not what really bothers me too much. I get, like, being able to just stop where you are and go back and check out what could happen if I do this differently or whatever. It's fine, and I'm not gonna say, the similarity in almost all of the alternate routes too much bothers me, because again, it's just an alternate route and we all know how the story goes, so it would make sense for, say, beating Raditz before you need a special beam cannon. Makes sense to change the storyline, right? Because my initial impression was I thought we were gonna build from that storyline all the way to the end or something, like, again, say beat Raditz without the need of killing Goku, and you get the storyline from there, and it builds off from that, the decisions you made, whatever, from there. But rather, it gives you a storyline that will play out from that, and it's just intersecting sort of storylines, or branching storylines. Jesus, I can't talk right now. But the problem is, not only do you miss out on some fights throughout any of these stories, but you also don't get a lot of some of the other characters' stories anyway. I'm assuming this game's been out for a couple days now, so if you're watching this, I should probably put a spoiler warning at the title. That's just probably better for me to do. But when you do the story for Goku, you pretty much go through Raditz all the way to the Tournament of Power, all from Goku's perspective. There's a couple of things missing, like what could be missing? I should, like, map this shit out so I can go over a script or whatever, but I kind of just, it makes me mad. Like, it makes me so mad. I feel like I don't want to do that, just because it's like, it doesn't make sense to me that there would be things missing. I think Goku is probably the most complete, to be honest. Honestly, I think he's the most complete character in here. But for starters, it really gets really jarring when you go to Vegeta, who ends at the Majin Buu saga. His perspective story ends at Majin Buu saga. What? Not only does it end at the Majin Buu saga, but if you take a look like from the beginning, you start out on Namek. You don't get his perspective from the Saiyan saga. I get that would be repetitive, kinda, because you just did Goku probably, but this is supposed to be a character perspective. I'm missing out on a big chunk of the character perspective because I don't get to fight from their perspective in this instance. Yeah, again, it's the same fight but on the opposite end, but it's still this character's perspective. Then you go here, and what's the details here? You fight Kui. Cool. You go here. Who do you fight? Zarbon, right? Completely skipped the Dodoria fight. You go here. Who do you fight? Raccoon. Okay. You go here. It's just a playback. You don't fight Jace. Anybody else? You fight Frieza one time. You don't fight him in his first form at all. Could have made some changes there where you just beat his ass and, you know, continue on from there. And he has all this, like, and this takes so long to go through. Yeah, I know you could do this, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like it should have been faster than that, like, regardless, because you don't know you can't really tell exactly where you're gonna be at. I guess this is kind of just me, like, nitpicking, because again, you could just read, right? If you're a good boy, you could just look up right there and read. But I don't want to do all that. I'm Dragon Ball dude. We don't read. You know, Dragon Ball dude, right? We don't read. But here you don't even fight. Do you fight anything? Yeah, maybe I just forgot. Yeah. What else we got? You fight Cell. Blah blah blah. But the Cell Juniors are in the game. Vegeta fought Cell Junior. So even if you follow the storyline like normal, where Jesus Christ, that's it. you fight the story. You go through the story like normal. You don't even get to fight the Cell Junior. This is supposed to be from their perspective, correct? At least I don't care how. Again, this ties back to my argument with the characters. I don't care how minuscule the fight is, or how unimportant to the plot the fight and or character is. Cell Junior's in the game. The only time you touch a Cell Junior, I think Goku actually does too, but the only, you know, the expected fights. Goku and Gohan. Well, actually the only expected one was Gohan, but going off of, you know, all these other characters not having that. And it's like, why miss out on pad time for your game? If anything, this being so I finished this in 2 days, by the way. I finished the entirety of this in 2 days, and it's not like I was just breezing through it, because a lot of time I was fighting my cousin and friends online, because it was like that's what we were waiting to do, just talk shit and fight, right? And online actually isn't that bad. I have terrible internet, but beyond that, it's not too bad fighting someone online. Something, you know, lag is gonna be laggy, you know. So I can't get mad about that. I'm not going to. And even when it's like not the best connection, like myself, I have horrible internet. It's like doable. Like you can play the game at least online. So at least for me, from my perspective, I don't know how other people feel about it, but I know from my perspective, I can like somewhat play the game still. But what else do we got here? 'Cause I'm thinking of things that I'm forgetting about. Future Trunks. What do you start? Because I'm pretty sure you don't. You start in oops, wrong button. You start. Let me just check that back just in case something else new pops up before anything else. You started black. Future Trunks is Future Trunks, man. Why just go from the black? Like you could run this. This could run out, and I understand like people like I understand the thing people say when they say oh well, we already seen this a million times. We don't need to play through the story again. This is a different spin on that, right? This is everyone's perspective going through the story. So it could, I don't know, give you a better insight on how they were feeling on any given moment. I mean, of course you get inner dialogues all the time in Dragon Ball, so you pretty much get the gist of what they're feeling. But maybe there might be something you're a little like, I don't know. Let me see how Trunks was feeling about this fight here. You know, let me see how Trunks wanted to handle the goddamn Cell Jr. Just give me some made up bullshit dialogue. I'll take it. I don't care. Or make it where Trunks just beats the Cell Jr.'s ass, and then it's like he can help team up with Gohan, his fucking pillar of hope that died, that gave him his, you know, title of Hope Boy. And like, it just, after you finish this, what do you do? What do you do? Actually, what do you do after you finish this? There's nothing left. Jiren is the only person who I could understand not getting very many fights. Because for starters, the only person he ever fought was and I think they skip on his fight with him. No, they don't. Once they do it like once or twice. Let me see. Is it? Do they? Maybe I'm bugging. I might be bugging. Yes. Obviously, this one makes you fight Kale. I swear there was one where you just don't fight Kale. Okay. There. Oh, and this, his whole, yeah, you missed out on hit there. If you don't do anything, right? Or am I bugging? Does this hit? Oh yeah, okay. Never mind. I'll shut up. But you see, Jiren doesn't fight many people, and the only other people that he fights are characters that aren't even in this game, which is saddening. But yeah. So why would they make these miss out on any fight at all? I should be getting every single fight this character's been in, and since this is, you know, story driven and or direction driven, or how do you know what I'm talking about? There should be more, right? Even more fights. Like, again, why don't I get to fight Dodoria? Maybe you could like have some type of storyline where Vegeta doesn't beat him fast enough, and damn, fucking Zarbon's here now. He stalled long enough. Now you gotta deal with that and work out how that storyline will play out. Right? You know, I mean, like, I get that kind of just gets Vegeta's ass kicked, to be honest. But that gives you a direction to go. Now you have a storyline without Goku in them. Hey, fuck it. They did so many like Zamasu with Goku Black. They have so many Zamasu endings where it was just the same damn ending except for different points. Like, Goku kills Goku with Vegeta. No one stops him. Goku Black kills Vegito. Nobody can stop them. Then they fuse. They kill Vegito. Nobody stops them. They kill Trunks. Nobody. You see what I'm saying? Like, it just repeats at that point. Like, so anything could have been something, right? Anything. Any fight could have been, you know, leading to a different outcome in the story, I guess. And like, so many characters, again, missing out on fights that they had, or just fights in general. Like, Vegeta missing a whole fucking saga. This screams to me that this game isn't complete. This feels like Burst Limit right now, and Burst Limit was a damn good game to me that just didn't get enough time in the oven, so they just didn't get finished. That's what this feels like. Great concept, and then you just pull it out the oven early, and it's fucking raw. How does Vegeta end up in Majin Buu Saga when he's been there all the way to the Tournament of Power? You never get to fight God of Destruction Toppo with him. Not once in this story. Because it stops at the Majin Buu Saga. Like, it makes no sense to me. And then we go to the menus. I'm gonna talk about these. I'm just gonna leave the episode alone after that because it's like once you cut that out, now you don't have that anymore. You're not gonna go back and play that again. I don't see any
So what
point
can
in
that
anybody.
thing do
I don't think
anyway?
anybody would go back and play it again. Cause like, what are you gonna relive the same shit 50 times and then relive the just new shit that you just seen again? Like, I don't think you will. I don't want to, personally at least. And like, you know, anybody can have
Yep,
their own
it's all
like,
set.
thoughts about that, but generally I'm pretty sure no one's going to go back and do any of those again. You've already seen it, and again the visuals in the story, that too, the visuals on it, it sucks to me, because look at it, it's the fucking, you get jump force movements, bro. It's, look at Gohan here.
Huh?
Look at how the
Gohan's
shading
here
on his
too.
face keeps changing. Look at his neck right here. Do you see that? Why do we get this type of
Contestant
Why can't
number
we
17.
have, like,
Would you like to give a comment?
pre-rendered, like, even I feel like Xenoverse NPCs, when you talk to them, their movements feel more like alive and not weirdly robotic and controlled like these guys.
You've grown to become
I
quite
don't know
strong.
what it, like the
Now I
Xenoverse.
want to see
I'm
your
not Xenoverse,
improvements
the,
up close.
Look at the announcement in the background. Tell me that doesn't look fan-made with him running back there. Granted, he looks worse than everybody else, so you know, whatever. But everybody already looks weird. It doesn't look natural
Who's
the way
gonna
they
be
move.
my next opponent?
It's like they tried to make it very natural, like try to make it look like it was supernatural, but it just flops really hard. Cause like it's like almost I could see a fucking stick figure in their
If
place,
Goku uses his full power, he'll
Where
blow
they're
this place
using,
to
like,
smithereens.
a whole bunch of different points to try to make it
Tell
look
me, what
lifelike
kind of
in
opponents do you
movement,
enjoy fighting?
but it just looks off for these characters. Look at 17 back there. It looks so weird. Like it doesn't look like their normal. It doesn't look like their normal movements.
Contestant number 17. Would you
But
like
then you
to
look at
give a
the
comment?
end game when you're playing in the game, it looks so much better. You get
Who's
what I'm
gonna be
saying?
my
Like, it looks
next
so
opponent?
weird. And that's why the cutscenes were just so ill to me. And then you don't get really any good like showing.
See ya.
Hey,
how are ya?
Like everything looks so stale because you don't really get to see it
Reminds
in
me.
motion.
Anyone
or
seen
action.
Launch around lately?
The most we've seen was Goku get ragdolled by Great Ape Vegeta and then shoot him in the face. And that still looked really weird. Even like Tenkaichi 2 looked amazing when it came to its story
Right? Takes me back to when we were
cutscenes
just kids.
that were rendered in the game's fucking whatever. Well, not in the game, but you know, the it's like they
Right?
pre-made the
Takes me
cutscene,
back
so
to
it's
when
like
we were just kids.
it looks good. That's why I feel like everyone's movements should have been like, but they just, you get the weirdness of the
Okay, see ya.
jump force mobility. Look at how unnatural that looks on Mr. Satan. He looks so weird and everything just looks uncomfortable.
Sure. I'll catch you guys
I don't
again.
understand why they
Yo.
did it like this.
Take care then.
I don't know. I don't know. That bothers me
Oh,
so much.
hey, Dad.
Now I'm gonna get to the menus and how I feel like, again, it's just not where it needs to be. Everything moves around. There's multiple characters for every given section of the menu, right?
I'll
So
show
the
you.
episode,
Just
see
wait.
Beerus, Whis, Vegeta's back there and occasionally does his little clap. I don't know what he's up to. Bulma and Chi-Chi talking. Goten and Trunks there. And you can go to custom battle and it'll like zoom into what they're doing and kind of like
So
play out
Lord
for it.
Beerus and the others
pretty
were
cool.
here.
But this is like
Wow, you
the
got all
perfect
kinds
step
of cool
up
stuff,
from
Trunks.
Tenkaichi 3 and 2's like menu, where they would have people just like randomly say something that'll be there, and it's like a 2D drawing, but they'll
Check it out. It's a new kind of tablet.
no, my shit did not just turn off. But
I motion that we ask Miss
they'll say
Bulma to
something.
cook
It
something
feels like
for
the
us.
perfect step up from there that makes it not enough.
boredom.
It's like they went just up enough to it's not enough to actually feel good. Cause like I wanted to see when I first was hopping through the game, like when I first actually got to play the game instead of
Then our
jumping
latest
on, going
plan is
online,
already in
immediately play with my
motion.
friends. I was looking around at the menus to see,
Really
like,
wish I could
oh, I
cure
wonder
my
what
boredom.
was gonna go on. But then I noticed it looked like that's it instantly.
Check it
You see
out.
Pilaf
It's a
over
new
there,
kind
they'll
of
say something
tablet.
eventually, and he'll say, the doggo will say something about the damn Dragon Balls, and it's like, imagine, you know, characters being more lifelike than just
Whis,
standing around
I'm
talking.
starving over here.
Kingdom Hearts 3 had characters talking, you know, sitting around talking, whatever, but it felt so like
Me too.
dead
Let's eat.
because it was just Luke, super hard. Like what you see Pilaf walk over here and talk to Bulma, and
This
then
thing
they
is
come over
so
here and they
cool.
just huddle up for a couple seconds, but then they go right back over there and then they come back again. Imagine they go over there, say something to Bulma, and then they run in the house and they're coming back out with Dragon Ball, and then Bulma's like
I want to see.
scolding them or something, and then Bulma walks off with them to the back, and Chi-Chi's like, I don't know,
So
doing
Lord
something else
Beerus and
for
the
a
others
second,
were
and then
here.
she comes back
Ready
out,
for what when
and
you
then they
are,
come back
Saya.
out, and they huddle up again,
So what can that thing do
and then they
anyway?
do something else maybe, or they might just, like, you know, I'm not asking for super like episode long interactions on
So
these
what
screens.
can that thing do
I just mean, like,
anyway?
A set amount that, you know, cycle randomly to where it's not
Are the
feeling like
repairs to
I'd
the
rather
Pilaf
just like
machine finished yet?
not see them do the
I'll
same
show
thing
you,
over
just
and
wait.
over and over again, you know?
So Lord
Because
Beerus
then
and the
you do
others were
this, you
here.
go to a custom battle and you see
This
it
thing is so
changes to
cool.
perspective, and then once you go to that, it'll like go inside like into what they're doing. Now imagine you, I don't know, go to episode battle and
Wow!
Beerus is
Everybody's
in the kitchen or
here!
something. So like Whis takes a fucking bite of the food or something, or they go back and make Beerus food,
I'll
you know,
show
come
you,
back out.
just
Even
wait.
if like, you know, key characters remain where they are, it'll feel better. Just
Check it
so
out.
that
It's
all
a
the
new
other
kind of
characters are actually
tablet.
feel like they're alive and doing something, and even though it'll still be cycling through whatever
I'll show you, just wait.
events go on the screen, it still feels more lifelike than just this. Imagine
I'll
you
show
go
you,
to
just
Come Forth
Hello
Shinran,
there.
and you can see Bulma walking around or bringing the Dragon Balls back, like after using
You
them.
know what
and,
you want your wish to be?
you know, that would be crazy. That would be cool. Or like, say you go to Super Shinran, right? And Bulma pulls up, or Goku even pulls out the Super Radar, you know? Instead of just the perspective switch. And or something else going on up here. Maybe
what do I
Popo walking
want?
around. Who knows? Maybe Piccolo shows up. Or you see Vegeta walking in and out of the however time you know, the chamber back there inside the in the room. That'd
What
be
do you
cool,
usually
like,
spend your time doing,
just
Dende?
random events that could happen at any given time.
What do I want?
And you go to gallery and you see Gohan here,
Give
right?
me a warning next time.
Pan or Gohan with Pan or Gohan, Videl or Gohan with Pan, right? Maybe Boo's eating something. Maybe Boo's not there.
I'm
He
glad
just went
Boo
somewhere else,
became
like,
one
go
of the
chill
good
out.
guys.
Maybe
All
Gohan
thanks
handing
to
Piccolo,
Dad.
Pan off to Piccolo, and Piccolo taking care of Pan somewhere or something. Or 18 coming in to harass Hercule about her tournament money, you know? Something like that. That'd be cool. Or Goku,
Go ahead,
you know,
take a load up.
well, I
Mi
guess
casa es su casa. And all that.
Let's go. Goku's here to be our introduction to the screen, right?
Take care out there.
And then
Hey!
here, you know, same thing with this one. Maybe Chi-Chi comes by, maybe Chaozu
Right?
Tien comes
Takes
by.
me
they
back
go
to
in,
when we
maybe
were just kids.
launch, just to get a cameo. That'd be great. You know, things of that nature.
Reminds me,
Especially
anyone seen Launch
uh,
around lately?
this. There's no second Zeno. And I'm gonna touch on this a little bit more, but they're the guards. They're not here. But they were in the files. They were dead mine. They were in the files. So, you know, them not being here, again, if they were cut,
Would you
there had to be
take
a
a
reason for
request
that.
from me?
I see no reason for the guards for Zeno to not be here. Even if they're only here to stand around. You have Supreme Kai, who was a playable
Would
character
you
in the
take a
previous
request
titles,
from me?
and he's just here, fully modeled out, doing fuck all.
Hard, honest work is the key
And he
to all
constantly has the
things.
same disappointed look on his face everywhere. Oh, sorry, I didn't do that.
How come you never used the button I gave you?
Oh my god, he's
Don't
gonna
you
kill this guy.
want to play with me?
He's about to kill this nigga. But yeah, you can see like that missing. Maybe, you know, have him and the other Zeno playing a game and they both stop to talk to Goku or whatever. Maybe you see some God of Destructions running around, being ran around by
I
one
have
of the
some
Zenos.
very special
you know?
training
Something
just
like
for
that.
you.
That would be really cool.
You stand.
Or, you know, sometimes you come here, Beerus shows up, and he's like kneeling face first into the ground. And this is what bothers me the most. This probably should have been 2 separate things. Or 3 separate things, I'm sorry.
Huh?
Battle
Hey, how come
Training.
Vegeta's not here?
and World Tournament should have been 3 separate pages. Because there's so much you could do with Battle, so much you could do with training, and so much you could do with World Tournament. For Battle, you could have had
You've
you
grown
know,
to become quite strong.
the
Now
typical
I want to see
Goku
your
and
improvements
Vegeta
up close.
somewhere in the mountains or
Contestant
whatever,
number 17.
like ready
Would
to
you
fight.
like to give a
you know?
comment?
Maybe, or have them in a chamber, or have them in the
Well,
gravity.
you were the one who helped me to grow stronger, Piccolo.
Things could really play out a whole lot differently here and there because of the interactions you could get, and then training. Why were they like this focus was really hard on
Wonder
Super?
if there's anybody stronger
Why
around here.
weren't they on on Beerus' planet and Whis is the one instructing you? I feel like that is the way to make someone feel like they're about to get the most godly training possible. Piccolo's a good teacher. He's a good fighter. He's not beating Whis. None of them. No one.
Contestant
No one
number
here
17.
is beating Whis.
Would you like to give
So
a comment?
learning from Whis is probably the best thing you can get. And even though you're not like really learning from Whis, it gives off that like that perspective now, because now you're on Beerus' planet and Whis is the one saying, hey, press up and square to get a super counter, you know? So that would have been really good. You could see, since they mentioned it, they even mentioned it in the story, you see Broly popping up, Chi and Lemo walking around maybe. Then maybe you see Goku bring Gohan or something. Not spoiling nothing, but like, you know, just to have Gohan here, I guess. You know, maybe have them training or whatever.
I wonder
or,
who
you know,
I'm gonna be
somebody
fighting
somehow
first.
training somewhere.
I'm real
you know,
excited to
rather
test
than
out my
looking at the
skills.
tournament. World Tournament, its
Contestant
own
number
stage.
17. Would you
Boom.
like to give
You
a
get
comment?
World Tournament, and that's your regular stage. Then maybe you and this is also another unfortunate thing that happened. We don't have the Universe 6 tournament stage. Could have been a simple thing to do. Have them have the
Tell me, what kind of
that
opponents
tournament
do you enjoy fighting?
pull up. Even the other world, like Goku just instant transmissioning to any of these places if they have to, you know. Like
Grand
you
Zeno's
can
place?
easily get. See how this looks? That looks really good.
Way too long,
That looks really
Goku.
good. But
Catch you around, Zenny.
if you tap it, you can kind of just quickly skip over those, right?
Hi. I've been
So it's
expecting you.
still it's possible.
Take
It's
care
still
of them.
possible to get, you know, quick access to these without having to sit through any cutscenes. But you can, which gives it more life, right? So then again, you can just be going through all of the different stages to get to determine a power.
Who's gonna be my
And
next
like the
opponent?
Grand Priest is waiting on you. Maybe you see a bunch of random, not even like
Well,
specific,
you were the one who
maybe
helped me
just
to
a
grow
bunch of
stronger,
random
Piccolo.
characters standing together just to like signify tournament of power, right? It was so good. They didn't do
Goku
that.
uses his full power. He'll
And look
blow
at-
this place to smithereens.
Look at how Shin looks. He looks so disappointed, like he
Contestant
doesn't
number
even
17.
care what he just
Would
said.
you like to give a comment?
And look how like the movements are. God, it's so jarring, man. And it would have been better.
I wonder
Goku's
who I'm
line
gonna
about
be fighting first.
Goku's line about I wonder if there's any strong fighters here would have made more sense on, like, you know, other places like Otherworld tournament or the Tournament of Power stage.
Who's gonna be my
And,
next opponent?
The Null boy. Goddamn. You know what I'm talking about. It would have made more sense. It would have felt more like, it would have felt realer, I guess. You know, more true to the world of Dragon Ball. It would have just helped a lot better.
Yeah, you've got this, Gohan.
So beyond that, now we have this to talk about.
Gohan, come
Let's
with
go to
me.
training just to point this out. There are only 12 stages in this game. Only 12. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You have different variations. Like the and they all look great. Never gonna say they don't look good. They all look great. And I like that they're very expansive, so you can really fly around a lot. And they go up really high too. They have really pretty high ceilings too, and that's what I really like too. Especially like seeing it from like Rage and Blast. It looks so good having a giant world tournament stage where you're going like almost. It felt like I literally was in the world of Dragon Ball, right? Now this is going off of the Tenkaichi feeling thing, but Rage and Blast is pretty much the stepchild of, or rather the what should I say? I don't know what to call it. It's really just the next gen of Tenkaichi. That's what Rage and Blast was, especially the first one. The first one was like it had so much to offer. I guess I should have mentioned that too. There's no other game modes other than fighting, right? They could have took inspiration from Rage and Blast with the punching machine, with the time thing, whatever. I don't remember what it was. It was something else too. I remember playing the punching machine a lot though, because it was just something else to do, you know? And it's like, I understand that wasn't Tenkaichi, yeah, but it still felt like there was more to it. Because even in Tenkaichi, you still have Ultimate Battle and Survival and all that other stuff. And here you don't have that. You just have story, or episode rather, and you have custom battle, which I will admit is cool. That was really good. I feel like they could have did a bit more for it. But what we got, I'm not going to complain about because I haven't even explored all of it yet to complain about it. But there's a lot of lines in there you can use to set things up, and there's a lot of you can mix scenarios with any character. So it's, you know, I don't like that they don't have dad in there. I didn't see the word dad at all the entire time, but I saw son and I saw sister, and it's like, yikes. You know, I feel like that could have been more. But again, not saying there's not a lot, but anyway, 12 stages, right? And I mentioned we don't have the Universe 6 stage, and it's like they also have a lot of things in game that we don't get access to outside of like story mode. But before I go there, the stages. They hyped this game up to be like super destructive, destroy the planet, blah blah blah. And the planet destruction is not only the weakest it's ever been in terms of the visual, right? Because Planet Namek blows up and you don't get to see the attack actually cause that. You just see the repercussions of it, basically. But Planet Namek is the only stage that has that type of destruction. World Tournament technically has one, but it's not really destruction. It's just a scene where people leave, and that's good. That works. That worked for this stage. Even if you don't want to destroy it, which I feel like they should have still been able to do that, you know, destroy to do the thing, they all leave, and then if you do it again, you get like a damn near barren wasteland, like how Goku and Piccolo's fight was, whereas like completely like wiped out, the whole area is just pretty much destroyed. You know, that makes it makes more sense that way. Or you could have had Universe 6 tournament stage, and you destroy the barrier, and they have to have like the angel recreate it like real quick, right? That would have been fucking fire. Even if that's not even like real destruction, it still just like shows the immense power that you're quote unquote wielding, and you'd have to have the angels repair that shit. That would have been fire. What? But again, none of these stages get to that level. And not only that, but we're missing stages. Like from the story, we had to destroy Cell Arena, where Cell destroyed it in his fight with Goku. It's in the game. It's there. The same stage the Xenoverse has. It's there. You play there, but it's not accessible outside of the outside of the story, the episodes. You can't destroy this. You can't destroy. Well, this is already destroyed. There's also a very undestroyed Tournament of Power Arena. Again, locked to the episode saga, episode mode, whatever. Why don't we have that? It's just like you can't even destroy the city for real. You destroy a bunch of buildings, but let me wipe this shit off the face of the planet. I should be able to use Broly and throw a fucking Omega Blaster and fuck the city. Fuck everything over here. I should be able to Nappa this shit. Straight up 2 fingers fucking explosion right there on the spot. That's it. Get this place out of here. It's not like they have any problem with this. It works here, right? I don't get the zoomed out from the planet fucking perspective, but at least it's something. But it should be more. It was always more than that. Every time you saw the attack, absolutely fucking, it's the giant explosion. Not just the planet like breaking apart for no reason. There's like no blast or anything anywhere. I think when you first throw an attack, after it hits the planet, you see like a fucking fizzle out smoke in the background, like way off in the background. And that's it. That's all you get. I don't understand why. Music, I haven't tried to listen to any of the music. I heard some of it's pretty good. There's also some the anime music, right? Yeah, that. But I've just been on Greatest Champion because I didn't know you could random it. Never mind, that shit is right there. Look at that. Oh, well, it just kind of it takes you to a random zone rather than just picks a random zone. But that's what I was looking for anyway. I guess I'll go check through this or some of this, but some of it sounds pretty decent that I've heard a little bit of. Here it's like reflect item abilities. Why is this here? Team rules, DP, team. That's all we got. Now I understand there wasn't much else in like Tenkaichi series because there was a tag mode, but it's just team mode with 2 people, right? But why is this here? Why is it there? I'll tell you why. If you go into character select, please hurry. You don't get any choice but to roll with what you have put on them. So if I wanted to mix and match different items for a different character,
Let's get started.
you see how it just takes me, I just choose a character? I'd have to go in here and manually edit them every single time. I think there's presets. I'm pretty sure there's presets, right? Oh yeah, they do have presets. But the fact you can't just choose them on the fly while you're picking the character, instead you have to like go into customize, then go into this. Because for starters, it's not going to Electrojet. Damn this thing. But you have to waste time, because if you're online, which I don't really like the use of online items online, But hey, if you're that type of person, then you have to go through all that, and then sitting through all these animations, especially the giant ones after you pick a character. Look how long this is to take pick a character. I'm gonna pick this character. Can I get to my next one yet? Boom. They're like a solid 4 or 5 seconds. So you have to actually go to your character and just press this button, one of the L1R1 to change your character and pick him that way. And it's like, that'll take up all your time doing it the other way. But the other way makes make the characters kind of like feel, you know, it feels cooler that way, right? This doesn't feel cool. This feels like I'm just making the game do what I want it to do, so I could just not care about any of that other stuff. It just feels like I'm violating the fun of the game, right? And then again, even costumes. You want to pick an outfit, you have to go in the menu on the character and manually pick the outfit instead of having them all set out for you when you select the character. So you can't just like select the character, you have to go into the menu to do it. And then on top of that, we don't have anything for any of these characters. They tease this with this character. I'm sorry. Where's this loser? This character. Go into his outfits. He has a lot of outfits. It's Goku, but he has this one, which changes his power, his blast 2 into the power pole, right? There's only one other character that has that ability, and it's Andra 18. She has one outfit that changes one of her blasts. Oops, I didn't do that.
I'm done with you.
Now I gotta wait 5 seconds. Sorry. This one right here. Changes her blast 2 to chain destructive disc. Every other character in the game that has an outfit variation doesn't get that.
I'll take care of this.
Even what? See how used to like simple controls I am right now. As you can see, Bardock has 2 different costumes, but he doesn't have anything that changes anything besides a scouter, which just helps lock on. But like, you know, that's kind of just like a thing that if only it was a visual preference thing, you know. But it makes sense that heavy it makes you. But you know, if you could have a cosmetic idea, have the ability, that would be cool. Maybe it's in items. I don't know. I'm not gonna like too pressed up about that. That's my point. And then you have all these characters that don't have alternate colors either. No character in this game has alternate colors. But back to before I can move on to that. 18 is the only character in the game with an alternate moveset. Super Goku with the Power Pole is a pre-order bonus, if I'm not mistaken. Or he comes with the deluxe edition or something. One of the editions of the game. But if you get the regular, you don't get him, right? So that means without him, 18 is literally the only character in the game with the outfit that changes her move. What was the point of bringing that up then if only one character gets that benefit? Why only one character? It makes no sense to me. Accessories are cool. I like accessories and stuff. Didn't do that. What am I looking for? Like Gogeta, you can take off the halo and stuff. I don't know if they have it to where you can put a halo on someone in items. I don't have all the items. I don't have all those because I just kind of stopped playing the game. But the fact that only characters that have had halos can wear a halo kind of sucks. I don't remember how it was in 3, but I know I'm pretty sure. I think actually you could put halo on anybody. I think, but I think it only showed for like Goku or Vegeta. You know, the characters that actually had them. This is a step up from that. We should be able to put a halo on anybody now, right? This is a PS5 game, not a PS2 game, and they had way more time working on this game than they did on BT3. And this is supposed to surpass BT3. That's what this game is supposed to be. It's supposed to be the ascension of a lifetime. So not only that, but we don't have alternate colors. But then you look at like Gogeta, right? Gogeta 4. Day like 1 when the game came out, they already had mods. And he had his alt color from the old games, which is amazing, by the way. I think they need to make the fur a little bit less yellow, but you know, the fact is they did that in like 1 day. As soon as they got their hands on the game. They also implemented split screen immediately, almost. Pretty much like in the first, and I noticed when I was playing online myself, you can switch perspectives on the fly. You could mash it as fast as this, and it will constantly switch between whoever's playing at the time's perspectives. I basically was running both of their perspectives at the same time, but we don't have split screen on every map. So to say that there's a issue with programming or whatever is ridiculous. If even without mods, I could pretty much see both of the people that I'm watching screen at the same time. It was so quick. It was literally just like this. Like the faster you mash it, the more it's gonna switch. And it didn't slow my game down or anything. There's no issue whatsoever. The only problem I had was I couldn't press it fast enough because I would run out of stamina, right? I couldn't keep just mashing it like this forever, right? That was the only thing stopping that. The only thing stopping that. So then you have costumes in the game. And again, this game's been out for a bit. Spoil warnings. But there's a Gohan Black in the game. Gohan Black. Fully kitted out with Goku Black's gi. And he's not in the game. Ultimate Gohan only has one alternate outfit. And it's, I keep doing that because I keep trying to, just regular Tengachi. He only has this. This is it. These are the only 2. And not only that, you don't even get to see them, the model unless you pick it. You have to pick it to see it. I thought we were beyond this. Now, if I'm running out of time or something, and I don't know if I have something on or whatever, I don't know. But maybe, maybe I'm trying to be a dickhead about this, but just saying, it's easier to look at it and see the full thing, so you know what you're on, and it hurts it a lot, because even with the Vegeta, they had a Saiyan armor Vegeta, not this one, but the one with the shoulder pads with no bottom pads, but he was in Super Saiyan, and they showed this model for the fight. Not this model, but this the character little art down there for the thing. Not to mention, I don't want to mention that too. This screen is just the ugliest beta build I've ever seen in my life. Why is this the character? It's like they intentionally wanted to make this look like there's a lot more characters, when it's really not that many more characters in Tenkaichi 3. Because if you take all these characters and put them all in the same slot, like Tenkaichi 3 did, guess what? Well, the characters, and again, I don't know why people would ever say this, but early Goku and mid Goku are different characters, dude. Different time, they deserve their own character slots. I don't want to hear nobody ever say that. But, and that's not just these 2, but I mean, any character from a different era that is a character that is the same character, they should get a different slot. I don't want to see Team Gohan in the same slot as Ultimate Gohan. It just makes fucking sense. But, yeah, that, and some of these models also look really good, like Vegeta, for instance. This Great Ape is hideous. I don't know why. It looks so hideous. I talked with my cousin and shit, and everybody, I think it's because his nose is too narrow. He almost seems to have no neck at all. And he doesn't have the fucking gullet things that he has on the side of his face usually. Look at Baby Vegeta, and it's a different story. His Great Ape looks fucking amazing. Why doesn't it look something more similar to this in the face? His chest is down there, and you could kind of say it's in the same, like, you know, situation. Like, he feels like he might not have a neck, but it looks a lot better still than Vegeta's. He almost feels like his head has been squished in. But then, not only that, but Kid Goku, where are you, you little motherfucker? Kid Goku has a different, I don't know if it's the same model as Vegeta. I'm pretty sure it's a different one. It looks not exactly different, but better still than Great Ape Vegeta. It looks better. And I've had a problem with this Great Ape since I've seen it. Like, I don't know if his snout's too narrow. He looks like a damn crocodile. And he doesn't have the little puffballs things. He doesn't have those anymore. It looks weird without that. I don't get it. And again, he has his thing. Also, Great Ape Vegeta in the story, well, not Great Ape Vegeta, but in the story, they have a naked Great Ape. It's 100% Great Ape Vegeta, but just without the armor. But, you know, they could have made that a thing, you know? Change the voice lines. They were talking about characters having different outfits. You could change the outfit of Great Ape Vegeta as well. He has all the different stuff, like with no pads, bottom pads, whatever the fuck. Beat up, you know, and with them, you know? So, I don't see why he doesn't have them here. It just makes no sense to me. And you could have changed it for to even sneak in a little Great Ape for Goku and Gohan, you know? Change the voice lines for it and change the move so he doesn't do Super Gun at the end, you know? That would have made it simple, because you even put it in the game for me to look at and be like, wait, there's a Great Ape in here? No, it's just naked Vegeta. For the story, which was good, and I like that they did that, because it, you know, better represents what happened in the story. But at the same time, you know, it just it would have been a lot better if you at least did that for Greatest. They took all the Great Apes out of the game. Also, speaking of models, Kid Goku looks like a damn South Park character. I don't know how he looks so weird. Maybe it just translated a lot better in Tenkaichi 3. But he looks like a damn South Park, especially when you do his, like, I think his second skill move. He looks crazy. Like, compare him to Mini Goku, who obviously has a different model, right? He looks evil as shit. I'm not gonna lie. He looks like a mischievous little brat. But even he looks better than Kid Goku. And I don't like how GT Goku, Kid Goku's look. It looks, you know, reminiscent of GT, but his Super Saiyan looks fucking phenomenal. His Super Saiyan looks fucking phenomenal. This is great. Super Saiyan 3, how does this look? Phenomenal. I'd say it looks a little, maybe it could be a little iffy in some spots, maybe. But his Super Saiyan looks absolutely perfect. I don't know how they managed to do this and then also have this. Especially because when he does the Spirit Bomb, it looks butt ugly. I'm sorry. In the face, you know? And I wish he was like, you know, I get, you know, whatever. I feel like he should have been a little bit more muscular in arms instead of flabby, you know? Because when he releases the Spirit Bomb in GT, you could really see the definition, and I feel like if they captured that, but I'm not gonna harp on that too much, you know, it's a game, whatever. Yeah, Super Saiyan 3 kinda, his face looks a little chubbier. Maybe, am I bugging? I don't know, could be. But on to the next point. People in this game don't have any alts that's, or any alternate colors, any costumes that you would expect, like, big one here, this guy. not having I just pressed
I'll take care of this.
not having his BoJack movie fit, his best fit, probably. Modders have already given him this too, which is absolutely insane. They've already given it to him. I don't see how they missed the mark on that one, but they did. And again, for the people that are gonna say, like, I keep pressing I keep trying to go back into it. For the people that are gonna say, well, you should be glad we got this, you should be glad. No, I shouldn't settle for what I expected better. This is a game that we're talking about that as a child up into an adult I saw as a masterpiece. Of course when I was a child I even saw it glorified even further, but when I grew up it hardly changed. Hardly. Very little made me go, well, this should have been like that, this should have been like, very little, because the game felt a whole lot better there. It was more limited back then, but it still seemed like they pulled out every stop they could, you know. And then like, you know, you don't have Broly with without the control stuff, so he can't have his regular Super Saiyan unrestrained hair, you know. Maybe it would have been cool to have Broly with the long sleeves that he had when he was on the ship. That would be fucking crazy. That would be cool. I don't want to talk about missing characters already, because, you know, I already been over that, and I still have a problem with it. We could even have, like, you know, different, you know, it would have brought more variety. Just one different color, you know. Though it gave you more to work with. But we don't have that either. And it hurts a lot because it's supposed to be the next best. And the game already has just, to me at least, been relegated to playing online. It doesn't even feel that fun to play offline like it felt for Tenkaichi 3 for me. Because not only is the computer like not really all that hard, but it's so little to work with. We only have 12 stages and only one of them explodes. We don't have a space station anymore, right? We only have, you know, we don't have all the stages that were shown to us in the game, and we don't have all the characters and customizations that we see in the story, right? Even had Zamasu with the few Zamasu Gohan Black with the Gohan cut. I would rock that just to play with Zamasu because he has it. Just because he has it. And it's just like, it really like, it turns me away from the game so badly with all of that going on. And it's like, again, they marketed this to say, you know, shake the heavens or whatever the thing was, right? Only one planet destroys? Only one? Here's a little teaser with Goku. He changes his move. Only one, literally one character in the game actually changes their moves with the different costumes. We couldn't get Goku with Meteor combination. You know? We couldn't get Vegeta with his, you know, the tech he used against Frieza and Raccoon, maybe. You know, the super blast thingy. We couldn't get, I don't know, maybe, what else could we get? Dragon Fist. That's always just Dragon Fist. Could have been like a super duper Kamehameha or something, you know, just to not make it feel like it's always the movie Goku. I got more to talk about, so I guess, you know, stick around for part 2. But man, it just keeps going, man. It doesn't stop, you know. There's so much that I feel like should have been in the game. It makes me feel like I'm playing a beta still. Like I'm playing it feels like kind of like Kingdom Hearts 3 did.